All right, Coach, we have a perfect day for football, and the roof is open, in fact, here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Go! At their own 21-yard line.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh.
Right here. We'll go Mike 40. Mike 40. Here we go. Here we go.
Set up.
And they give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
Pull it together. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Kill.
Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Set,
so
ready.
they'll come up
60
first and 10
outlaw.
now from the 33.
I don't think you got it, son.
Hey, wahoo!
40's Mike. 40.
Get it.
Get in the weight room.
From the gun,
Get in the weight room.
Hogan. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 43.
Let's go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 43.
Check 5.
Operating from the gun, Hogan.
Here we go.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Here we go.
And they need to work to at least get
90
some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19.
You can't block me.
Buzz.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, let's get it.
Ready.
Now Hogan. He's got his man here in Gary Jennings Jr. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to pick his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Down. Ken Lobo. Hey, zoom.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40.
Protein spill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
What we got?
Big rip.
On second down and 4, Hogan throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Ready,
So after the face
play.
mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Right. Let's go.
Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know you feel that.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Let's go now. 10-2 soft.
Flare.
Pilot, 64, weak. Right on.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt.
Let's get it.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Check the backer.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
22 jet bomber.
Turn it up. Hey.
Get it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Let's go.
Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Orbit. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Ready.
Hogan now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
And had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, break.
40's Mike. Here we go, G. Watch the safety creep. Kill. Slam.
Leo.
Kill. Turn it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography, we're staring at this part of the field. Don't you always think of
Set,
big
ready,
backs
15,
carrying the football,
line,
bruisers
15
trying to
line.
pound it in? Instead, we're a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. It's their quarterback taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Come on now, let's
now
go.
whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Here we go.
While the trainers take a look,
60 yard.
we'll step aside. So
Recon,
from the 39 now,
fighter.
they'll come up on a
Let's go.
1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Gain of 13 yards. And the Vikings
Set. 10 Lobo.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Vikings nothing.
Ready.
Shift. Odd. 5 down. Stand
Get it.
Right back to him on 1st down. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. As they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Elliott good on the extra point. A first update now from Cincinnati. The Jets out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
35-yard line.
Ready.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
6 guys.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day.
Golf.
40's the mic.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Hogan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up first and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
61, matchbox, light.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
70,
officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Last stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 41.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On third down, it's Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Brings up fourth down.
Okay, ready?
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. On fourth down, Tracy. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
On the ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Off the play fake. Hogan. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory.
Tighten down.
But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach?
Got it.
That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Come on,
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Pull it high.
You got tight.
Let go.
From the gun, Tracy. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Double tight.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tracy. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
We call that a sack plunge.
And it's 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Tracy. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, you put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Switch it.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
An NFL update there in the 2nd quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. On 1st down, Tracy nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Switch. Check three.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Tracy. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Big rip.
To throw again. Hogan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Echo.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Ain't no
Shoot.
On 3rd down, Hogan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Set, ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Tracy, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jay Sternberger as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go!
25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Come on,
the last
set.
run good for 2.
outlaw.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, high 7. Ready.
Throwing again. Tracy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
General West.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Deep rim.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
On the set.
Mike 40, Mike 40. I'm coming.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
We got 4.
Throwing on 1st down. Hogan.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. After the sack on 1st down, Hogan lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football.
Ready, break.
But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Hey, wahoo!
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hogan caught by Cobb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ready, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
61,
And on the last
box,
go-around,
right.
they really couldn't get anything going.
They had fun from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second and 11. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Looking to throw. Tracy. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go, here we go.
This quarterback now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Tracy into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball? And they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
you want. You want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season.
Ready.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Fighter.
From the 38, Hogan nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Set, ready, 8, read. Hey, Charlie, blue draw corkers.
Let's put that team on the bus. Mike,
shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hogan. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Got it.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Let go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
That's what I'm talking about.
From 19 yards away. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Here are the
70,
Vikings now
Indy.
to start their
Topper,
next drive.
Topper.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
65.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to him on first down. They find some open field here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Come on, set.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff to Henry. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That's where you belong.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Looking to throw. Tracy. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ready.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Tracy. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Looking for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
Pass complete to Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Toronto. Jake Elliott on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Elliott good on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And they'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Rush in, Rush in.
And give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken around the 12. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Set, ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. 6-6, pull it high.
On 1st and 10, Tracy. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jay Sternberger with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
Ready.
So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. They'll try and run it in. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Down.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 24-yard line.
Ready,
A
break.
loss of a yard there to start
Recon,
out. That leads to a
fighter.
2nd and 11.
Check. 57. Mike, 57.
I smell fear in that office.
Go.
From the gun, Hogan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Ready up.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Hey, boys, we got four.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and
big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 3, check 3.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Jennings has it. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready.
On first down, Hogan nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here we go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Alert
flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
Blue draw corkers. Bravo.
57, 57.
Back to throw. Hogan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Okay, ready?
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
57.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Hogan. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Baby, that's baby shop.
Golf. Big River.
On 4th down, Hogan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
On the ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say that was a game-saving play.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
50, plant.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Come on,
so now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Set 70, Indy. Bang, bang, bang. Hey, Delta. Fire.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Ready.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10.
We want it. Hit it.
And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, Haywood. General West.
57's Mike. Mike 57. I got him.
To throw on third down. Hogan is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Second and 11 at the 16-yard line.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Indianapolis, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get to